future. Let any feelings other than love be dissolved. And let us help hold that vibration of effortlessly dissolving any fears, worries, anxieties that anyone has in this moment that's asking for our help. And so we're just sending love so that the energy of love, the vibration of love, dissolves anything that isn't pure love. And let us also put into that visualization that those on the planet who are in trouble right now, that they are included in this, that we now send them that energy of love that will dissolve any fear, worry, anxiety that they have in this moment. And so bathing in the purity of this love, you are included within that. And just let any types of fear, stress, anxiety, or worries right now, they're just going to dissolve in the love wash that is surrounding you. And now from this place, let us move into the circle of 12 and Cryon.
Greetings, dear ones, I'm Cryon. Come a little closer. Indeed, there are those who now don't fear. This is a miracle. It's a miracle because fear is often built into the human psyche. It's often built into a degree that it's automatic. It just happens. It happens in such a fast fashion and a normal fashion for so many of you that you don't even know where to start. Some of you, through affirmations and through even your own awakening, have claimed to release this. And you have. It's very similar to that which is the tool we discussed tonight. There are some of you who will realize that this particular tool you are receiving in the room, in your soul across the bridge tonight, you already have. Some of you have this and have been using it. And you might say, well, at what point did I get it? Because I didn't go across the bridge. I didn't go to a circle of 12. And yet, I feel this is a miracle in my life. Perhaps you're one that has been able to truly void that which is the anxiety of drama, of feeling a peace that you don't even understand where it comes from when all around you is chaos. That is the tool. And as I said, some of you are receiving it automatically. It's a great circle of 12. It's a great miracle moments because it exemplifies everything we teach. There are those who are talking about the tools before we talk about them. There are those who are starting to feel differently and realize they're reacting differently. Is it possible that what we teach here is an awakening that is all by yourself, without a bunch of angels coming in or doctrines or organizations, without anything to save the day, that you are awakening up, you might say. Awake up to that which is beyond being asleep. It's like the sun is coming out, where it never came out before. Some of you are waking up in the morning and feeling very different, even about the day, the coming things. When you put your feet on the floor and you're feeling peaceful, even though you might be on your way to confrontation, or there might be something today that you're not looking forward to, and yet you can put your hand on your heart and say, it is well with my soul today. It's all good. And if that's you, dear one, that's exactly what we teach. Is possible, is happening right now. I want you to cross the bridge with me, and let's receive the fourth gift or tool of the series, one which we've already talked about in this program. Take my hand. Let's go. Here we are walking across a bridge that's in your mind, a bridge that bridges the difference between the known and the unknown, going to the magnificence of that which you call your soul. Going through the mist in the middle of the bridge, an awakening, you might say, where the sun seems to come out and all is perfect and safe and beautiful. It's as you were created, the soul creation, not the human creation. It's you as part of the love creation that you are, part of God that you are. And that is the teaching. And at that point where God created whatever God created, it was partly you. And all the souls in the universe, all at the same time. Did we tell you this? There are no new souls. They were all created simultaneously, enough so that there would never be lacking. You might say this is God creating love at its best so that you could love back. Beautiful it is, the idea. But it hides in its magnificence beyond that which you can even describe or think about. Just know this, you're never alone. There is beauty here beyond what you think. And so you cross this bridge, and into this area you come, where again it's magnificent and beautiful and feels peaceful, where everything is correct. A coherence with the universe, to the degree you might even hear that which is for you there, those singing your name in light, the beauty that is there for you. And there is the door, yet again, one we have gone through now 3 times in this series, and this is the 4th. A door with your name on it, saying that inside here there are things for you, and there will be. It's beautiful to think that we are presenting a series where you go in through a door and there are gifts and tools for you which will change your life. And some of you will say, well, will I be given this tool or gift automatically? What if I didn't earn it? What if I'm not ready for it? And I will tell you that you are minutiaizing things. You have decided in advance the system that is there. And part of that system you have decided is your own unworthiness. Can you see that in you? All of you are worthy. All of you. Any human being watching this program right now is in this new energy. It doesn't mean that you've been on this earth many times or few times. This energy is the difference. This energy actually broadcasts mastery. But like all of the energies we've ever told you about on this planet, it has free choice for you to receive or not, depending upon what you do. That is the driving axiom, you might say, of everything we teach. Free choice. Nothing is forced upon you. And that includes rules or situations. You are in charge of your own magnificence. And you can claim it or not. You can be whatever you choose. But in this new light, somehow, some way, There are so many who are starting to rise up and realize there's something different here. There's something different for humanity here. Light is being shown everywhere. There's reactions to it. Those of you who are really sophisticated and smart are starting to see a bigger picture. That when light is shown on this planet, there are others who want to swat it down. No matter what is good, they want to get rid of it. And you're starting to ask, what is this about? Why now? Why should this be? Perhaps you'd like to study some of the prophecies I've given now for all these years that said, look toward this. This is what you're going to see. You enter this door with your name on it into this room yet again. And it's a huge room or a small room, depending upon how you think these tools are stacked up for you. I invite you to see a very large room with a lot of things on the shelves. 8 of them glowing. Perhaps a shelf of 12 or more, and 8 are glowing. You've received 3. This is the 4th. It's a tool that's going to change your life. All of them will. But these first 4 that we are giving you are almost a prerequisite for the others. And this one, as discussed today, is this: peace in the face of stress and drama. For you to sit in a space that is divine when all around you is chaotic. Can you receive this tool today? For there is a gold one, the one that is you, that higher self, the bigger part of you, the one that you want to be with all of the time. The angelic you is right there in front of you, handing you this package, smiling at you. There are secrets between you that are divine, where you've been, what you've done. There's a wink from this higher self that says, welcome to this place. I have something for you. You receive this particular tool, this gift, and it disappears into you. And you stand there in front of this beautiful gold angel who is you and your soul. And the angel may even reach out and touch you and say, blessed are you, the human, who will no longer stress, who will no longer have any reaction to the drama around you. And in that you will show all of those what it's like to start mastery. That's who you are. That's the tool of today. And so, dear ones, I ask you to stay and feel this moment, like every single tool. Beautiful it is. Magnificent you are. At a time that has been destined in history for you to be here and receive it if you choose, and to play out a role in the beginning of a new earth, the beginning of an evolved consciousness. Stay. Stay and enjoy this moment, dear ones. I am Cryon in love with humanity. And so it is. I'm Lee Carroll.
And I'm Monica Morani.
Happy Wednesday, May 10. We're here every Wednesday with special guest questions and answers, weird stuff, discussions, meditations. I said weird stuff, I know. Again, I'll say it again. And channeling.
But before we do any of that, I would like to begin with an affirmation. We're going to continue with the affirmation of the month that we gave last week. Affirmations are powerful because the words we speak, they carry energy. Your thoughts create emotions, and those emotions create feelings that can change the chemistry in your body. When you create a coherence in your body between your heart and your brain, you release wonderful feel-good chemistry. So let's create some feel-good emotions as we affirm the following statement of intent. And again, we're going to repeat it 3 times, and you'll see the words on your screen so that you can read along. Are you ready? Here we go. Dear Spirit, I am a divine creation with a life that is on purpose. Dear Spirit, my magnificence creates a reality for myself that is healthy, steers me to be in the right place at the right time, and gives me wisdom and knowledge to create the perfect solutions for each situation I encounter. Dear Spirit, I intend the best for myself. Dear Spirit, I am aware of the new energy and I claim it for myself, knowing that the love and the light of the Creator shines upon me. It is the light of my own soul. It is the light that I came with. It is the light that changes everything around me.
Dear Spirit, I am divine, creation with life that is on purpose. Dear Spirit, my magnificence creates a reality for myself that is healthy, steers me to be in the right place at the right time, and gives me wisdom and knowledge to create the perfect solution for each situation I encounter. Dear Spirit, I intend the best for myself. Dear Spirit, I am aware of the new energy, and I claim it for myself, knowing that the love and the light of the Creator shines upon me. It is the light of my own soul. It is the light that I came with. It is the light that changes everything around me.
Dear Spirit, I am a divine creation with a life that is on purpose. Dear Spirit, my magnificence creates a reality for myself that is healthy, steers me to be in the right place at the right time, and gives me wisdom and knowledge to create the perfect solutions for each situation I encounter. Dear Spirit, I intend the best for myself. Dear Spirit, I am aware of the new energy and I claim it for myself, knowing that the love and the light of the Creator shines upon me. It is the light of my own soul. It is the light that I came with. It is the light that changes everything around me.
Thank you, everyone, for participating with us. We're going to share this affirmation again with you next week. However, you don't have to wait until next week if you enjoy this and want to read these affirmations with us, since you can always watch the replay anytime you'd like. So now we're going to do a Q&A section, but it's going to be a little different than normal.
This week, we are going to do something different. I want to share with you a question that I asked Cryon to answer, and it was back when I was writing my book, The Human Soul Revealed. I've asked Lee to read the answers that Cryon gave at that time. And when I was writing The Human Soul Revealed, we also discussed within that book that our spiritual parents are the Pleiadians and that they came from the star cluster known as the Pleiades. So, of course, I've always had curiosity about Pleiadian life and what was on their planet. So here is the question that I asked Cryon. Dear Cryon, did angels also appear on other planets of free choice? did the Cryon entourage also give messages to the Pleiadians through the same process of channeling that exists with Lee Carroll?
And here is how Cryon answered this question. Yes, the process was much the same all through the galaxy. I want all of you to understand and relax in the fact that Spirit, which you call God, has a stability of sameness with all awakened life. We were there in whatever benevolent form that was needed, and were called many wonderful names. But what you call angels were very much present, and the process of awakening was very much the same. Consciousness goes through the same steps, regardless of what the body looks like. It's universal. It's physics. It's interesting that you assign the lowest consciousness possible to the most advanced beings your movies are about, the ETs. In your movies, most of them wish to war with you, or destroy you, or even eat you. There's no consideration for advanced wisdom, since you never advanced yourself. So you make the ETs mimic humanity and make them warlike, just like you. Now this is changing, and you'll start to realize that humanity is growing up. Any race that has the ability to travel to your planet has been in the galaxy far longer than you have. Did you ever wonder why the visiting ETs only visit and don't really show themselves that much? There is much here that you are not considering. Your planet, it's still wild, immature, unevolved, and quite dangerous. When this finally changes, they may stay, even introduce themselves. Channeling or messages from God have always played a part in every society on every planet. The history of channeling is also similar. It has 4 stages as your consciousness evolves. Here they are. Stage 1, weird and dangerous and from the dark side. That's how they're seen. Stage 2, marginally accepted and tolerated. Stage 3, seen by many as wise and good teaching. And stage 4, no longer needed, since everybody can do it.
I love the revelations that Cryon gives us in those answers, and I feel that we are definitely between stages 2 and stage 3. And I'd now like to share another question that I asked to Cryon, and here it is. Dear Cryon, what is the driving force that keeps our perception within a certain box of belief? Why can some humans step out of what they were told and discover a bigger God while others can't? Does it have to do with their Akash?
All right, again, here is the answer from Cryon. Indirectly, it has to do with their Akash, yes. But the real answer is a formula which I'll call EAC. Experience, Akash, remembrance, and current situation. In the 1980s, when my partner started, why did so many channelers come from one specific area in the United States? The formula was more prevalent with them at that time. It was the Northwest. So, let me continue the explanation of that formula. E equals experience. They are old souls with maximum experience on the planet. A is their Akashic remembrance. It's clean and clear. They're free to remember because they are not on the crystalline grid where their experiences took place. Very often a human is caught up in distracting energy if they continue to live in areas where things happened to them which were difficult or impactful for them. These would be the past lives they would carry that had issues that they had to work through. C, their current situation. It's not steeped in tradition from old energy cultures. who might diminish their effectiveness. In other words, they're on pristine land that never had centuries of wars. This creates a culture that is far more easygoing and far less biased. So EAC creates a far stronger potential for awakening. Now, this isn't just for channelers, it's for anyone. However, in this new energy, you are seeing a great deal of modified EAC. Old souls everywhere are starting to be in control of their remembrance and tossing out the influence of their environments. Therefore, there are far more old souls awakening right now than ever before because they feel empowered to awaken. The energy is changing. Here's another rule. The more the energy changes on the planet to the potentials we have spoken about so often, the more old souls feel the knock at the door on their spiritual box that place their heart in a place that knows a bigger truth. Some actually start seeking something that they have no idea about. They just feel it and they start looking. Mainly, however, it's the old souls who are doing the awakening on this planet. Here's something else you might wonder about. The number 144,000. It's been used to describe this, but it's not a number of humans and never was. It's instead a meaning in numerology. The 144 in numerology has many meanings, but basically it shouts beginning, structure, planet Earth, and completion. Or an ending to the old energy on the planet and the beginning of a new energy of common sense and planetary change. So 144,000 has always been a code of potentials to come. Spirit speaks in code quite a bit. It's why Scripture is often more metaphoric than a description of any reality.
So I'm hoping that you have been able to glean some things from those messages from Cryon. And Lee, can I ask, as a channeler, because we just heard from Cryon saying that you being a channeler, you were born in an area where your Akash wasn't remembering all the things from past lives, etc. And yet I'm aware that when we have travelled the world, you will find some places easier for the channeling to come through than others. Can you share that with us?
No, it's really true. For instance, we've been in some places where it just flew through. I felt one of them was Ireland.
Yeah.
And then we find out that the actual grid is different there. So yes, I have found there are different places on the planet where it's easier to channel. And that, I think, really validates some of the things that Cryon was saying about that whole situation.
And what we feel in the crystalline grid and what we feel from Gaia.
And remember, when Cryon talks about my beginning, that's 34 years ago, there has been a lot change in that time. I just love the fact that he is saying, back then it was one way, today regarding channeling it's another. There's a lot of people who are channeling just naturally now, and they're teaching it, and all. That's much different than when I showed up 30 years ago.
Absolutely.
And yes, it was seen, some actually saw it as occult, dark side,